it is a cold December morning with a dusting of snow outside today, so I figured I'd come inside and work here in the South Hill Customs garage and play around with Wilson. Maybe put the Christmas lights on, like my granddaughter asked me to. So I'll do that today. I'll show you guys that, and let me show you a little bit of the stuff I'm working on here in the garage since the last time I posted a video. Well, first thing I did, I started this maybe, I don't know, a year ago. Started hanging up some of my old lanterns and other garage things I had hanging around. Always looking for some Colemans or some kerosene lanterns, but I took some of the ones I had and just hung them up on some hooks. And if I find a deal, marketplace, I put another one up there. Let's see what else I got in the garage. Anything good, exciting? Oh, I was working on my what do you call these? The sage sticks, smudge sticks. We get sage that I grow right here on the house. So I made about 50 of them, gave some to family. This one is not sage. This one is from the tree behind the garage. This is sarsaparilla, which is not, I know is toxic. So don't start hitting me up with don't smoke it, drink it, whatever. But it smells cool. I like it. I don't know what to do with it, but what else? Oh, picked this up for the grandkids. Electric bus, like, you know, one of those little drive along power wheels. It's really cool. You hit the horn and it starts up. It plays, you know, I think you can plug in your MP3. Yeah, you can plug in your music. And the kids, that's for the grandkids. I picked that up for a steal. I just had to put a battery in it because the battery was shot. What else we got? Oh, you know what used to be here? No longer there. 42 WLA. That's had a new home. What else do I got? Anything good here? A bunch of trophies that I got this year with Wilson. Not a big trophy person, but Wilson was pretty popular this year. So what I got, half a dozen there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's Wilson. About to get decorated with the Christmas lights. But before I do, show you, these are some of my containers. My good pal Jade got me this awesome VW cooler, which I love and I take camping. And then I've got some of my, I've got my Coca-Cola cooler, I've got my war chest here, my big, my camping chest. I've got my blanket, my jacket, my chairs in there. I recovered the interior with some material I found, which I thought was pretty cool, like a little vintage. I had to make some handles for it. But the real fun I had this year, I had this, you know, in a Westie, in a camper bus, you need, of course, you know, I'm a slow moving vehicle. Up here in the back, I had to cover this wood, which was in pretty bad shape. So I gave it my own little special touch with a little Lord of the Rings. We did a little Fellowship of the Ring. I had a painting I got off of Etsy. So I did that. And on the bottom, which I think you're only going to see if you're on your back sleeping, so it's really only for me, but I did a little map of Middle Earth. And you may recognize that. That is the map from The Hobbit. So The Lonely Mountain. My favorite stories of all time. I grew up with. My grandmother gave me the books, read them as a kid and read them all the time, watch the movies, but this was all just sort of rough, kind of scratched up wood. It wasn't very nice, so I gave it a little decor, and it was my little project for a few weeks there, finding that artwork, waiting for it to get delivered, measuring it, cutting it, gluing it. Wilson, as you know, is a rusty, crusty bus. We got the patina, which we keep. But today, we're going to decorate Wilson with Christmas lights. About 1,800 lights. I've got in a big box somewhere around here. I didn't throw them out. Where's the box of... Oh, yeah, the box of Christmas lights. So, got to get them out, get out the blue tape, start laying it out. I'll show you how that comes out. So, these were the lights I picked up on sale, I think at Lowe's. And there are 100 count miniature LED lights. Honestly, now I know they make these really flat little LED lights and these little strips. Way better if you're going to put them on a car. But I got these pretty cheap on sale. I think they were, I don't know, half off or something like that. But This is what they're 100 in a set. This is what 1800 look like. And do yourself a favor, plug each one in, make sure that they all work, because there's nothing worse than doing a lighting job and then figuring out the lights don't work. Don't believe me? Ask Chevy Chase. And so how exactly am I going to do this? Well, take my blue painter's tape and start here at the back bumper. And I'm just going to start to lay out the lights down the side, weaving back and forth a couple times. I've got to make sure not to block any of the egress from the doors. So I'll do the doors probably on a separate string, and then wrap around the front and then do the other side and the top, and I don't know, just keep going. I've got 18 strands, so if I can get 9 on this side of the bus and enough to leave for the top and the back, I should be okay. Let's check it out. Before I show you the final results, let me just tell you a quick story that you probably don't know unless you listen to my podcast, Wilson the VW Bus. 2 years ago, I put the lights on the bus, just like I did today, and Wilson had his nice flat patina paint, the original paint, which I absolutely loved. And there were no issues. Put the blue painter's tape, same exact lights, same exact tape. Had it out there for the whole month of December. Comes January, I roll the bus back into the garage and take everything off, close the door, and I leave it for about a month. I hadn't really had anything to do in January. I was busy with work. I came back in probably in February, and I noticed everywhere where the blue tape was, there was a tiny bit of adhesive residue from the blue painter's tape, just a little bit. I took a rag with just a little, generic cleaner, and I just, took it all off, and thought that was that. But everywhere I did that, I put a little polished circle. So Wilson looked like he had spots like a leopard. And I was like, great, nice polished spots all over my patina paint. So I ended up taking the buffer and I buffed it all out. And since then, in the past 2 years, I've done a little bit of that paint correction that I needed to do with some of the repairs for where the rust was at the bottom of the rockers, on the bottom of the corners and the doors and things like that. So I've since gone and resprayed a couple areas with the correct paint that I had to mix up from the paint shop to get the pearl white to match with the aging and the patina. So I've been keeping up with sort of, wiping it down, putting a little spray detailer on a rag every time I, go out to a show or something like that, just to keep it clean. Well, now the paint is too slick. So I'm putting the blue painter's tape and it's just coming off all over the place. So I'm going to have to go back with some white regular masking tape and tape it up in a couple more spots. But let me show you the final result. And there he is. Wilson's got 1800 holiday lights strung all over, from top to bottom, front to back, left to right, everywhere I could put them. I mean, maybe I could do another few hundred. Maybe. I mean, it's a lot of work. This is 2 hours of crawling around the bus and putting masking tape and Christmas lights, holiday lights. They're Christmas lights. So I'm gonna wheel it on out there, put it in the driveway. It's part of the festive holiday spirit that I have. That's it. A lot of work, a lot of fun. Hope you guys are having a great time with your bus. Hope you have a great holiday season. And if I don't talk to you, have a great New Year.